So it's 7/3/2024. I'm in the tent right now. In here, got my stuff. Mango orange juice. I drank that. That was from Market Basket. You can see my stuff everywhere inside this tent. I'm like so hidden inside this thicket, like nobody would ever find me out and be like fucking Native American tracker type shit to find me. And I like that. I like staying hidden. Right now, my beef and my battle. Oh, shit, I don't want bugs coming in here. Get out of here, Skeeter. Get out of there. Is with Father Bill's Mainspring, which is a large nonprofit. They operate a few shelters / meal providers. They got one here in Brockton, I think another one in Quincy. They have an administrative office out here. Now, I've been traveling around for the better part of a year. Spent a lot of time in these types of places. Never have I been disrespected, dehumanized as I was at Father Bill's. In their defense, there is a large population of homeless and impoverished people out here in Brockton. That's where I'm at. So I'll give them that, but for the amount of money that this organization makes, like literally is given a year $41 million to run their operation, it's unacceptable that anybody should be treated, mistreated in any way. The food sucks. You know, they could definitely make better food there. And I have a feeling that the staff are abusive and aggressive to the homeless people because that's how I was treated. So, as the story goes, I went there last night to eat. I kind of came at the end, waited. I went in. They shake you down. They check you for weapons, and they wand you. The woman that shook me down, she was really sweet. The night before I got shook down, and I gave them all my weapons, or what I call protective devices. If you're staying out in the street, like, you want to be prepared because sometimes there's violence and things. I carry pepper spray. I carry a folding knife. I have other tools. I have like pliers and things. So the night before, I put it in. I put my weapons in a little plastic container, and they held it behind the desk while I ate. And I was very clear that I just coming in to eat. They have a shelter there. No issues the first night. And the second night, same thing. I went in and I gave them my pepper spray and my knife, and explicitly told them, I said, I'm just coming in to eat. And she gave me a key to a locker. And since it was different than what they did the night before, I once again reiterated. I said, well, you guys gave me a little plastic container last time and held it behind the desk. I said, like, you want to give me, I'm just staying here to eat. You sure you want to give me a locker? And she said, yeah, it's easier this way. You can lock it up yourself. I said, okay, fine. I was very clear that I was only coming in to eat. So I locked my stuff up in locker number 60, took my bag, went down after the shakedown, and I ate my meal. Nice people. The place is full. There's a lot of people in there. They had dry ass pork chops, and they had some macaroni salad. There was a little dog, belonged to a nice woman. Dog's name was Lady, so I gave her the majority of my pork chops. Lady, the pit bull, she was a sweet dog, lived up to her name. She was very very, very kind and adorable pit bull. And after I ate, I said goodbye to everybody, and I went back to collect my items and leave. Now, when I went back into the main room, that you come into where they shake you down, there was a woman, and she was kind of directing traffic there. And she said to me, "What are you doing? You can't come back up here." I said, I'm just getting my items and I'm gonna leave. And she says, "You can't come back up here." I said, "Well, I locked my things up. I'm just gonna get my stuff and I'm gonna leave." She says, "You can't lock your stuff in a locker unless you're staying the night." And I said, "I'm not staying. I said that I was just coming to eat." I told them that from the get-go, right when I walked in. And she said, "Well, you can't come back here." She said, "Don't come back here tomorrow." She was loud. She was aggressive. And then I tried to defend myself. I tried to explain the situation again, and she wasn't hearing it. So like now I'm on the I'm on, I say on the offensive. Yeah, I was on the offensive. I said, "Well, let me get my stuff," and then she yelled. The other woman heard us yelling. The woman behind the desk. And I said, "Let me get the keys to the locker. I don't want to lose my pepper spray or my knife." So she said, "All right, yeah, you can get your stuff." So she gives me the key to the locker. I get the key and I get my stuff. And they're saying, "Get out of here. Get out of here." And I said, "I'm going to leave." I said, "But I told you I was only coming in to eat." And they said, "Yeah, you can't come back here." I said, "You're not going to treat me like this. No, we're not doing this." I said, I'm, this is I'm going to complain. You guys are in trouble. You can't just treat people like this. I did nothing wrong. And they continued yelling at me, and I left. So I did nothing wrong. People make mistakes. I didn't make a mistake because I was quite clear that I was only coming in to eat. I explained that to the staff coming in, the woman who shook me down, the woman behind the desk. I was told, that being the case, to lock my stuff in the locker because it was easier, because I'm guessing the woman behind the desk didn't have to get my little clear plastic container with my stuff in it. I could do it myself. And then because that other woman decided to start yelling at me when I came up, it became an issue, and I was told that I couldn't come back. You can't come back here tomorrow. Maybe it was just a one-day, banning, but I don't give a fuck. You're not going to talk to me like that. If I try to communicate, you're going to listen to me. I'm a human being. So, this is one of my fears. I haven't had issues anywhere I've gone. This is the first time, but with the way that they run these programs for homeless people is that they dehumanize them. I was dehumanized, disrespected. I don't know if there's any other issues, if there was discrimination involved. I emailed all the executive staff at Father Bill's, pulled their 990s, saw how much money they made. I let them know that I want an apology from these staff members that were yelling at me, being disrespectful to me. And I'm going to go over to the administrative office today, and I'm going to have a little chat with them. And people might be like, "Oh, you're overreacting. Oh, that's how." No. Just remember, it's your taxpayers' dollars that go into these programs to help people that are homeless, to help solve these problems of homelessness. And your money's getting squandered because these people are getting abused. They're living in fear. They're getting dehumanized, right? Which is further causing them to become more despondent, experiencing more learned helplessness, and it's just perpetuating like their state of, poverty. Because if you're going to eat at Father Bill's and you're going to get yelled at, if you say or do like the slightest little thing that you're going to get accosted and yelled at and abused, and you're going to get restricted. Like, I don't need to eat at Father Bill's. But what if I did? What if I had no other option for food? That's just letting people know that they can treat you however they want. This is America. We have rights, we have freedom, and I expressed that on my way out. I said, I'm a human being, I have rights. Like, you're not going to treat me like this, So, Father Bill's ain't going to like me very much, because I will expose them for who they are. It was one employee mainly, and then the other one jumped on board. The one who literally told me to lock my stuff up in a locker when I said that I'm just coming to eat. They back each other up. I'm wrong. They can't make mistakes, so I'm going to address that. But, it was, it's pretty concerning, so I'm not happy about that. So yeah, let's see how that all goes down.